Hey, all. A little better. What's happening, everybody? What are we all up to? $226. That is right. We're getting there, huh? What's up, you Twisted? Mr. Dan just went to the DMV. Fighting bronchitis. Damn it, dude. Sunday, I was in pretty bad shape. I was throwing up at all kinds of mess Sunday. Still made it to work Monday. Kind of drained, but I was toe up. But wasn't from drinking, nothing else. I just caught a virus. Overwhelmed with work and all the work at home that doesn't involve your car. Yeah. I know the feeling, dude. You know, owning a house and keeping all that up and everything else you want to try and improve on the house on among all the stuff I want to do to my car. So yeah, I can understand. I try to leave work at work, but being in a new place, it's a little different, but it's nice. Damn, dude. You're getting hit hard, huh? So I know bronchitis is a bitch. And I don't know if you got cough medicine or what, but I did find out that, a nice little shot of whiskey will calm that shit down quite a bit. Not talking about getting drunk, just a little shot of whiskey. It helps a ton. Sit up and took nourishment. Well, everybody's been sick, even at work. The one guy, Jeremy, that's there, not my brother, he actually has influenza A, so he's actually been off. He should be back tomorrow. But he's been off for a while. I haven't got an ear infection in forever, probably since I was like 17. But even Sunday, I finally quit throwing up at like 11:30. I started like 6:30 up to 11:30. And about 5, 6 o'clock, I still hadn't eaten nothing. My head was hurting, my gut was hurting, my throat was hurting, everything. So I took a shot, chased it with water. And about 15 minutes later, I started feeling better. And about 8 o'clock, I actually ate some soup. You can still take a shot on top of that, Twisted. Won't hurt a damn thing. It'll help you. Guarantee it. Uh, man, I saw quite a bit you could take out of that front nose, so I know how much I took out of mine. I put mine on a diet a long time ago. That's right, Dan. What's up, Tom? Good to see you. Is it really that heavy? Is it 1/8 of steel? Well, I kept the honeycomb. Mine has honeycomb behind it. And I kept that in there to keep the nose from sagging and all that ugly stuff. But I I dropped quite a bit of weight on the front of mine. I put a couple brackets in there just to keep it supported. But um, yeah, Country Mile, what's happening? We're doing fantastic. How are you? Polycast wheels. Yeah, that's the Levi. You're right, dude. They had like a turd that won't flush. It's all right. They keep coming back. The good ones keep coming back. That's right. Uh, Harwood makes a glass nose for my car because that glass nose of mine, it sucked up that black paint like a freaking sponge, and it's got some shrinkage in it. So I think I'm gonna eventually buy that hardwood glass nose and just paint it and never have to worry about it again. Yeah, that's right. The wheels. Yep. I had the similar ones to the honeycombs. I think they were called Hurricanes. I had on my Camaro a long time ago. Holy moly, that's a lot. I've not priced mine in a while. Not since I painted it, and it's been painted for 4 or 5 years now. Something like that. 3 or 4. Yummy. Curious now. Oh yeah. I see what you're saying, Dylan. Yeah. Just as structure wise, you'll probably want to have to keep that under that rubber just to stabilize it. Not bad for a nose job. Kind of car. His is a 70 something Laguna. What year is it? It's not a whole doghouse. It's just the nose, Dan. Pretty sure. I think mine was around like 675 or something. So the whole nose is 1500. I know I loved how Lagunas look, and they didn't make a bunch of them. The nose is 820. That's right. Let's see. Hmm. Huh. Well, that's not good. I don't think they actually. They don't have mine on there anymore. So, bolt on in the gray area, bolt on. Typically, I mean, Harwood's a really good company. They really mold them really close, but they also have a lot of overlap too. So you'll have to work it a little bit. Unlike that Fiberglass Industries and Fiberglass something, I can't remember what the one other big one is. You have to trim the hell out of. Dude, I totally get it. Um, everybody's been getting sick because of the weather change. I mean, everybody. I typically don't get sick. I just get a stuffy nose because of allergies. I haven't actually thrown up in over 10 years. And Sunday I was tore up. Yeah, I saw the fender and nose was 15. It was 1400 for my car, but I'm not I'm not going that far with mine. Yeah, Dylan, there's a good possibility with that. And a stronger motor, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the whole reason I never really gutted my car because I still have full interior. What's up, bro? Full interior roll bar, all that good shit. And I think it runs just fantastic. So, Mohawk, what's happening? Doc said it was allergies this year, last year. Never had issue. This year, boom, here we go. Well, I got a friend named Josh that lives in Colorado, and in 2020, almost the same week, almost to the same day, they shut down everything because of COVID. They did the exact same thing because of the flu that was rolling through Colorado. Yep, yep, that's right, Levi. So the only fiberglass on my car is the hood. Everything else is steel. Scarlett, what's happening? So I like having full interior and steel body. It hurts feelings. Really, Dan? That's different, but I don't think I've ever heard of that. I just have seasonal allergies and dust in cats and dogs, but I don't pay attention to that. Yeah, I don't. Who cares about a fiberglass hood? It's a steel body, steel quarters, steel roof. You're not changing the doors either, are you? Power windows for life. Yeah, baby. I got power windows in my car too. I love them. So we had what the hell was it? I think it was an Advance Auto. Opened up right down the road from an O'Reilly's up in Beaver Creek. And they were open for about a year, and they decided they were just going to close, and everything was like 50 and 75% off. So I went and I got window motors and all kinds of shit for my car because I got them for like $9. They were normally like, I think 35, $40, but they gave them to me for $9 a piece. I got window motors, all kinds of crazy shit, oil, Mobile One actually, and they gave it to me 50% off. So I got backup window motors. Dan, they have a whole fiberglass body for the Fox bodies. Mohawk. So I hate it how it does that. I got my Camaro and I bought a cow hood from a friend. Dude, I bet this thing weighed 150 damn pounds. It had so much mud in it. I couldn't wait to get rid of that thing. Somehow all my personal rides have old school hand window cranks. Now, see, my Camaro originally did, but I wrecked it a long time ago in like 1996, I think. And it pushed the driver door in. So I got a pair of doors off of a 80 Z28 that had power windows. So I took it all out of there and stuck it in my car. So it's had power windows for quite a while. Well, that same power window fit the square bodies and everything else too. So it was pretty much probably the same one that fits Dillon's Laguna. Yeah, my spoiler is glass too, but that's all original stuff. So yeah, I I took advantage of that old 50, 75% off shit. Hand cranks build character. We still get cars in the shop with hand cranks because, I mean, typically every damn car you buy these days is power, but it's like comes standard now. But we still have an occasional, work trucks, Ford, Chevys, Dodges that still have crank windows. I did a set of lifters in a 15 Dodge Ram that had crank windows. You know, I'm going to bet you in the last, shoot, how many cars? Well, I mean, they're in some of the cars still. They're even some of the new Toyotas have hand cranks because you have they've got a basic Camry that is pretty much the stripped down nothing. '07 Ford Tow. Yeah, yeah. I can't honestly say the last car I had crank windows. My S10 did, but that was in God 2003, 2002, something like that. Oh, that's sweet, Scarlett. That's rare. The fact that it still works. Whew. My old 1990 Silverado, dude, that was one of the best AC systems I ever had. I I did have to put a compressor on it once. We refilled it with that Freeze 12. Dude, me and Jason had that thing blowing 36 degrees, and it wasn't freezing up. It was the coldest AC I ever had. Yeah, my Camaro was, I mean, other than the power windows I put in it, factory non AC, all that shit. So I didn't have to worry about any of that. Max Wedge, what's happening? A coat hanger, window regulator. So, Country Mile, I had a 77 or 78 Buick LeSabre at the shop, and before I left over there, and it was R12, and it was just a little bit low, and I had 3 cans of R12 in the bottom of my toolbox, and guy gave me $100 bill for one, so I put that can in that car, and it was blowing cold before it left, and he was tickled pink. That was his grandpa's car that he bought brand new, and this car only had, I want to say, 36,000 miles on it, and it'd been sitting for 20 plus years. It was fun to get going again. Drove so nice, so smooth. Right there, John. Yeah, this new shop actually has AC, which I'm sure Bob's in here lingering around. Yeah, there's Wilburn. He snuck in here. Oh. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I've told him I love working outside, so we'll have to see. If we hit another one of those 100-degree days, obviously, yeah, it's going to be nice inside. But for the most part, dude, I'm outside working on the car. I love it out. I love working outside. Thanks, John. Yeah, I'm doing better now. I was sick as hell Sunday. We're working on that. We got to take some baby steps because we've rolled in there. What's up, Unfinished? We've rolled in there, and that shop is well ventilated the way it is set up. Yeah, it is. But hey, he's got ceiling fans and everything in it. But rolling up in there, he's already spent a ton of money. We're working on getting another lift right now. And we're talking about putting possibly a big drive on the outside because he likes to work on big trucks. More diesels in this place than I'd like to admit. It is what it is. So what's Max Wedge been up to? Well, that wasn't funny. Damn. Yeah, and he's actually going to get one that's a little bit bigger because he's got some big. Actually, no, I think you're right. I think the 12,000 was what he was talking about. Yeah, because I think the ones in the shop are supposed to be 8,000. You bought a bumper jack today. Dropped my transmission and started scraping undercoating. Oh, good Lord. The dirty deed. You scraping it and I'm spraying it on. Dude. A screw type bumper jack? I don't think I have. So I got to work on a real Humvee years ago in Xenia. Dude, you had to drop this whole cage underneath just to do an oil change. And it held like 4 freaking gallon of goddamn oil. That ain't no fun. Yeah. Yeah, we had at AAA, we had that 10,000-pound scissor lift that we would do alignments with. Could be. I'm not sure. All I know is everything on that car was heavy. It had you could adjust tire pressure driving down the road, and the right front seal sucking out the top. He didn't have none of that equipment there. But Um, we had to pull that whole knuckle assembly, and it was like a transfer case. The axle went into the top of it, and the wheel bolted on the bottom of it. And that son of a bitch was heavy. I'd take the plate off the back of it, replace that little seal, and then anaerobic sealer to put it back on. And yeah, it worked. It sealed. It sucked. I did it once. D11. Yeah, I bet it is. You'll need a damn forklift to put that son of a bitch back up. This thing, it probably weighed 100 pounds, maybe 80. So it wasn't all that bad, but it was still a bitch I had just someone out there helping me put it back up against the bottom of it just to get a bolt started. I'm sure if I was better prepared for it that I could get it done, but it still kind of sucked. So this dude's got a bunch of diesel shit that needs to be worked on. I actually worked on a diesel. It wasn't no fun either. What's up, Dakota? But the one thing I can say is the dude's awesome to work for. So sometimes when that's what it's about, it's really not about what you work on. It's just you do it because. Why the 226? I guess you missed that, didn't you? Although you may not have seen it. So, without anybody jumping out and telling what it is, other than Turbo Tom's birthday. So you see the characters are up on that picture. If you were to guess, what would these correlate with? Here's a little joke I did on Wilburn a long time ago, last year. Sorry, knocked the trash can over. Friday the 13th. Man, I think Friday the 13th is a little further away than that. So a little joke I made on Wilburn just because, his orange carbs, which it worked out well because everybody, got a kick out of it. I've got 226 days until Halloween because, that's one of my favorite holidays. And it's also Turbo Tom's birthday. And he'll be like 39, I think. Isn't that right? Right, Tom? It's the start of the eating season, yes. October 31st, 304th day of the year, 305th leap year. Same as Ron and Don, too? Really? And Halloween's your mom's birthday. Sweet. So, man, you should have called that one. I won't tell your mom, I promise. So, yeah, that was the whole thing. It was just And now I've been hounded. I got to keep it going now. So I have the countdown to Halloween. Wilmer's got countdown to No Names. So I want to be racing and win some races. Hell yes. Yeah, going out and smoking some tires. I mean, so I did a gender reveal for my daughter Saturday, just before I got sick. And yeah, to smell the tire smoke and that burnout, just to pop some pink powder in the burnout. Oh, it smelled so good. That little witch. Oh, that's great. She's a little witchy on Halloween, huh? Oh, what's that song? Yeah, something like that. So I don't have to go full race fuel yet. I can still run high octane and do good. Ginger reveal powder literally gets everywhere. It washed off great. Well, I got a pressure washer too. Didn't turn any tires. What the hell are you doing, Dan? You drive a bitch like you stole it. Full throttle. What's up? Thanks, Country Mile. Take it easy, man. It's good hanging with you. Just feel vibration of the engine running. Oh, man, I loved starting my car just to hear it run. That's all I needed. And Don, what's up? Colleen? Yeah, Dakota. Really, Dan? You're going to catch hell for this for a while. Man, tire smoke's tire smoke. If it's expensive, it's a drug. It's a whole lot cheaper than it could be costing you. Actually, Dan, they've got tires that smoke different colors now. Oh, here comes the dawn. Let me get my mouse to work.
Yay! What's up,
Could
brother?
be breaking things. I was sick as hell Sunday.
I'm glad I don't get sick.
Dude, I never get sick. But somehow I got something. It
Usually
sucked.
if it's me, it's like a bug, like a 24, 48 hour.
This was like 24 hours.
Wow. Everybody can handle a 24-hour bug once in a while. Doesn't mean they don't
threw up. I threw up for probably from 6:30 to 11:30.
Oh, Jason, who's the new guy?
Sore as hell. Yeah, Jason's Garage. Have you met him yet?
Yeah, I heard he's a balding guy in his middle ages, but
Dakota, buy a pair of new slicks and purposely destroy them. Let me know how you feel.
Better yet,
yeah, buy a brand new set of bald tires just to burn them up.
No, I recommend buying a used set.
Depends on how old they are.
Wow, as long as they hold together for a little bit. I remember when I first got this Valiant, there's a used tire guy that lives across the river over here. Lives in a trailer, works out of the back.
Yeah.
And I bought
Yeah.
a set of used Kelly Chargers.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
they look great on that Valiant. And I beat the piss out of them used tires. They was dry rot and everything when I bought them.
When I first got my car, it had a set of Kelly N50s on the back. These
And
things
if,
were wide as hell, but they rode like a, oh God, did they ride bad? They were hard
well,
as rocks.
it's a balance. Yeah, but they look great, I bet.
But the funny thing is on the street, dude, I would just smoke them off the car. But on the track, they bit like crazy.
Oh, good.
He ain't busy. Dakota, we need to put a shift kit in that. You'd love it.
Saying I'm starting to get a little bit yancy for No Name. Things are starting to come together, and plans are starting to fall into place. But the weather's not cooperating right now.
Shit, no, it's not.
It was nice last week. It turned out last year before No Name, Ronnie bought new rubber for the car because we put a new front end under it. We wanted good tires for when it got lined, so everything was, And one of them had a bead leak. One thing I can't tolerate is it. It's not like
Leaky
aluminum
tire.
rim that'll go down to 22 pounds and quit there,
Right.
And he took the tire off to have it fixed. And when he had it dismounted, I'm like, just bring it back dismounted. That way I can paint the rim, again. And here I am, 3 tires into all 5. I'm stripping them down to the metal so they're like brand new steelies again.
Right. Dan, you can get on Amazon and eBay and find.
Oh, I painted them probably 6-7 years ago, but the rust is starting to come through the paint. So
right.
And when these rims are white,
you can get on Amazon or eBay, Dan, and find a set of or another phone, a newer style that has a really good camera.
They needed a little bit of fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you seal them before you painted them?
I didn't paint this yet. I'm just
okay.
I'm taking it down. I started out I was knocking off where it was flaking, and the second rim I did. Where is it?
Get some of that epoxy sealer and spray it before you paint it. It'll last a lot longer.
I got a paint stripper. I'm taking this down to steel.
I understand.
But I got me
afterwards.
Nice little chisel here. It's got a square edge, and it was like I was just cleaning up the edges of these rust spots. I just want to kind of blend them in a little bit, and this paint just started flaking off. It's like, oh, I can't have that. Because it wasn't really sticking in a bunch of it.
Did you see the Skylines going to Coke? What? What, they used to have Pepsi
Coke
products? Wrong Coke, Don.
Oh. Spelled the same. Different meaning. I'm going to say, nah, I never got into that. I kept it at weed. I was scared of everything else.
Got lots of projects planned this year. A lot of racing, hopefully. Hell yeah. Chrome steel wheels are really cool. I think they are actually pretty affordable. Yeah, already chromed. Yeah.
I was wondering with my steelies if I got some baby moons for them and painted them.
Oh, God, yes. Those baby moons brought everything out.
That way you can't see the little rust marks around the lug nuts.
Yeah, that too. But if you strip that down and then spray it with an epoxy sealer instead of just a primer,
right,
the paint will stick on it a lot longer.
All right.
And they got it in a rattle can too.
Well, because half the tires have good rubber on them, and they're sealed. They hold air well. I
Right.
wasn't gonna knock the rubber off of them because the tire shop would charge me even just to knock them off the bead.
Right.
But I'll be able to tape them off and get them cleaned up. Because with this off the rim, I cleaned inside where the bead was. I just gave it a fog. I didn't really give it a paint layer. I wanted just enough that it wouldn't rust.
Right.
'Cause nobody's going to see it anyway. And I don't want that paint between the rubber and the rim to cause another place to leak. I don't know.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down. It's all good.
Oh, well, because last year was, we made the car safe. And this year we're going to make it hopefully go
Fun.
faster.
I swear to God, if that guy,
saying baby moons, I could even take a shitty set and I'm painting them white anyway. Appliance white.
not
That's
the baby
my fault.
moons. Those got to be chrome.
It'll be the only thing chrome on the car.
That's okay. That's it sets it off.
I'll get 2 sets. I'll paint one white and make
God.
polish the other. That way I can take the 4 nicest ones and polish them to a high luster. No,
I don't think I've ever had.
Well,
Gold
then
Star.
again, if you put chrome on there, it would reflect that white. You'd think they're about white anyway.
True.
We'll have to put that, and that's a maybe category. I was thinking about the baby moons. I wasn't sure how to go. I was debating white or chrome, or we'll see.
Did they even? God, how the hell
We'll
are they
have to look.
stealing that much money?
$10K a month.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'd be doing a lot more than putting a cam in this motor if I had $10K a month. I'd have receipts I wouldn't care about.
Yeah.
Hell, for that
Oh,
kind of
between
money,
nails and actual
that's an eight-
dollars. Wow.
that's an 871 blower right there, easy.
Yeah, but you'd have to build a bottom end to take it.
Well, next month. I don't know. Then again, I heard these RV 440s, they'll take a blower and
Yeah, 671 it would take it and be okay.
yeah.
It's not
Well,
throwing a whole
because
lot of boost to it.
Uncle Tony there a year or 2 ago, maybe 3 now. It's been a while. Man, this YouTube's getting old now, isn't it? A
Yeah.
couple years running. But Uncle Tony had a neighbor that has I think it's a Roadrunner with a 440 in it, and he just put a blower on it and stock bottom end and all that, and he had it 5, 6, 7 years. Just he doesn't beat it every time he goes out, but it runs.
Right.
It's like, yeah, it's kind of hard to keep that under the hood though.
Man, it's hard enough driving my car the way it is. I couldn't imagine having a blower under the hood. I'd be in so much fucking trouble. He just killed off second shift. Holy shit. Wow.
Twisted says MTD. I've heard that name before, but Honey's home. Right on time. You're almost early.
I was speeding.
He was speeding.
She driving the hot rod van.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
I told her to slow that thing down.
Did you feel the don't forget piece of paper.
Tony's first shop wasn't at the storage place. It was somewhere else, wasn't it?
Nah, I think he was in his driveway, and then I don't know. My first video for him was he did that how to do a bitch and burnout.
Mm-hmm.
He had me sold after that video, man.
Who was that?
Uncle Tony's
Oh.
way back when. Oh, Wendy was.
Oh, I was sewing. I was just laughing. You watched
Nah,
his lives and
about the neutral drop.
A place that kicked him out. Yeah, and it was an actual garage. It wasn't just in a driveway. And that's when he went to the storage unit.
Yeah, back in the early, almost before YouTube.
Yes, but I think he started videoing there, didn't he?
I think he was closer to. I think it was at that storage lot. There's what,
he had
like
a couple storage
half a
units.
dozen bays, and he had a fenced-in junk pile out back. You know, against
Yes.
the woods. And
Yeah.
yeah, and actually, saying a couple bays down was that guy with the Roadrunner, with the blower on it, and he's like, "Yep, drive it every day." I don't see that happen in my situation. I'm just happy to get this other motor together, which I'm putting a parts list together. If you didn't know, Ed's Machine put out a video last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
He straight, just Mopar Joe has a Voodoo cam. He said would perk his 440 up.
Mm-hmm.
He sent it to Ed, and Ed made a video. And I'm thinking, what I should have done earlier tonight was I got to get a hold of Joe and give him my address, because if he's going to mail it to me, he needs to know where to send it.
See this right
You have
here.
more- Don't you have him in the mail?
He might.
You email? Don't you have his email address?
Yes,
We'll send him your address.
I know. I'm gonna. It's like John Wilburn. He's got a transmission for me. We got to schedule that. That'll be on a weekend off. That way the wife can cook for both of us. Steaks, maybe about that thick.
What are you doing?
Hey, if it's a nice weekend, maybe we'll fire up the grill.
I'm doing ribs.
Ooh, ribs sound good. That's good. No, too many dishes. Here I am. I'm forgetting the chat over here again.
Did you see I saved you some cookies?
No.
There's oatmeal and chocolate over here.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't send them all to JB and Lowe's. I saved you some.
Oh, nice.
You didn't get any last time.
Yeah.
You didn't even get a crumb.
Wendy made cookies for JB because he requested more. Last time I didn't even get a
No,
cookie.
everyone was picking on him because of shoe goo. It's like, and I jumped in. It's like he was saying no one liked him. I jumped in. I said, JB, I love you, and I'll send you cookies, and no one else is getting any. I said, you don't.
Yeah,
even
I've
have to
not-
share- I
I've
said,
not
"You don't even
followed
have
him
to
enough
share
to
the
know."
bars if you don't want to.
I've caught a couple of them, but I've not had enough time to actually sit there and watch him or listen.
Uh-oh. See, Wendy, you started something. Now Max Wedge wants cookies. Need your address. I got it. Actually, we text each other, so I'll be able to get his address that way. Tell you what, Max Wedge is supposed to help me put this motor together. He's got a buddy that's like 45 minutes up the road that he visits quite often for, extended period. So we're going to get him down here and help me. I figure we'll probably have to do a recon first because I need to hone the cylinders yet and do this. So it's like I might as well knock the freeze plugs out and scrape whatever crud I can get out of that because we don't have a. Hold on, she got the chip bag going over here.
Crap. So you get in trouble.
But saying Always knew the
Most
basics.
Mohawk.
Oh, you got to put your name on the list, Mohawk.
For what?
Cookies.
I don't have his address.
Oh, that's Wendy's argument. She don't have his address.
I don't have Mohawk's address.
Oh, that and Max Wedge wants cookies, but
I don't have his either.
I told him he could get some cookies when he comes down and we do the work. Eyeball this motor.
I'm not baking whenever your friends are here, Don.
You can do it the week before.
You know I don't bake very well.
Well,
I can't even make peanut butter cookies. I burn them bitches. I can make chocolate and oatmeal though.
oh, got quiet.
Yeah.
Must be everybody's audio.
No.
Nikki's back. She stopped in to see me tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, having more time to be able to sit there and watch everybody's videos would be a lot different. Who farted?
Who farted? Jason's first time he spoke up in 10 minutes. Who farted?
Must be his dogs.
Well, there you go.
Dang, Lars was supposed to get my address to Wendy. Blame Lars because he's not here.
Well, I don't even have Laura's. I only have JB's.
I'll have to work on that address book. You know, we're slowly getting addresses of a bunch of people.
God.
Well, that's her book. I don't really need one. I just visit you on here. Call it good.
No, you're like, oh, send this person this.
Wow, you're my secretary.
Doing my chores and listening. Man, I've got the best kids ever. I got home Monday and expected that, I was going to come home and wash all my bed stuff because I was sick Sunday. I was going to get home and take it all downstairs, throw it in the washer, and clean everything up. They already did it.
That means they
All
were
of it.
thinking of you.
Well, that's the thing is I never get sick. I'm always there for them. And,
Well, maybe that's why
I
they
got
did
home
it.
and my kids are dicks.
Wow.
What did he say?
Jason said my kids are dicks.
So yeah, Abby stripped my bed and pillows and stuck it all in the washer and dryers. She cleaned the bathroom and
Saved you a bunch of time.
Did she make
hell
his bed
yes.
back up?
Wendy wants to know if she made your bed back up too.
Yep,
There you go.
she did.
When I had the COVID, I stripped our bed.
But typically that's what I do. But luckily, I come home and I was just like, yes.
Yes, it's a small victory.
It is. It was just my
Well,
body
big
was
victory.
already hurting from Sunday, but it
I
still
didn't
needed to
even
be
think
done.
of that respect.
Yeah, Twisted. Typically, that's how it was, but she's my youngest. She's 19. Yeah, and my niece was here, and I sent them to the grocery store a couple times while I was sick Sunday, and I made them all stay away from me. And sure as shit, if both of them didn't go in there Monday when I was at work and cleaned everything up. Of course,
That's
I took
cool.
everything out to the trash can so they didn't have to mess with, any bad stuff.
Oh, the other biohazard.
Yeah. But yeah, Abby cleaned up the bathroom and yeah, it was cool.
They
shit.
washed the shit stained seats for you. That was wrong. My bad.
Yeah.
Don't be a Wong.
Yeah, don't be a wrong.
But I've always tried to teach them to help where they can, and if they don't expect it back.
Well, seems like you did a fair job.
I've always tried to raise good humans, but a couple of them are retards.
Well, work in progress.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to think too.
Boy, Twisted has its own village over here. 65 next month. That's
Holy
a few
smokes,
more
man.
years for me.
Hey, that's me. You're not my kid.
Yeah, I'm not in a hurry to be 65. It's 59. I'll be 59 here in a couple months. So we'll get through 59 first.
This is exactly right here. This is it. I got two kids. That's the smartest dumb kids of anyone.
That
They're
I believe.
intelligent retards.
Yeah.
I made some bad decisions when I was, a teenager, young adult.
Well,
But-
we had different decisions to make back then. It's a new society nowadays.
Oh God. Ugh. 60 in June. 62 in May.
Who's
Ooh.
birthday?
So Dylan's
Actually-
probably the youngest one here.
Oh, I'm Les Brooks here.
She's in bed.
Oh,
Hello,
True.
Wendy.
That or timeout. He's not even 21 yet.
I think he is 21.
oh, it means he's legal. Because when she does, she makes my leg fall asleep.
Well, she could go and die and use one computer.
Hey, at least she's back here. Normally she's upstairs.
Yeah.
At least here I can see her and hear her in stereo. That way we don't have to fight for the keyboard.
We have 4 computers. Which one you want me on?
Oh yeah, we got the workbench room.
Yeah, I got the computer in the bedroom, one in the, up your office, and then 2 down here.
In my office.
But the third leg won't fall.
It's not so much at falling asleep as it doesn't wake up.
Oh God. I'll be 48 in July.
Damn, I'm older than you.
Wendy's got you beat.
How old are you, Wendy?
I'll be 54.
She's 9/16/70. She'll be 54. Yeah, that's right, because I got 5 years on her. So, boy, where did all the time go?
As my dad said, if you asked him, it's old as my little pinky. He would never tell us how old he was.
Old farts.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you're getting there, Jason. Faster than you realize.
Yeah. Just remember that, dude. You got to keep them away from the phones till a certain age when they know what the hell they're for. I just saw it on video, Dan. That's all.
Actually,
They are youngsters, aren't they, Twisted?
the moon landing, my mom made us watch it, and we was like 4 years old. Don't remember it, but she told us, "You seen it happen." That's back when TV was in its early stages. We went to my uncle's house. She's like, all you kids wanted to do was go outside and play.
Well, you guys couldn't afford a TV?
No.
Oh.
Considering my uncle owned a cable company, we had to go to his house. That was early in the business.
God dang it.
Back when people had antennas and all that good shit.
In 3 channels.
I remember my mom telling me that when JFK was shot, when she heard it on the radio, she was hanging laundry in the backyard.
Yeah, Grandma was telling me the same thing. And she said she cried her eyes out because she said he was the best president ever.
See, well, that's back when news had to go through channels.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's, it's worldwide 20 minutes later, or whoever gets out there first.
Come on, Twisted. Lost in Space was on TV.
They had better landing. Wow, that goes way back. I forgot all about Lost in Space.
Yeah.
He's got black and white
payphones,
Polaroids of the moon landing we took from the TV.
So you remember when Challenger, the shuttle Challenger, blew up, the very
Yep.
first one?
Yep.
I was home from school with an ear infection and got to watch that live. I didn't know what happened. I looked at
Right.
Grandma and she's, on the verge of tears. And I'm like, what is wrong? And she's just like, that school teacher and all those people just died in that. I'm like, are you sure? They didn't escape? They're not in a parachute?
I hated that movie, Birds. And Misery.
How old is the cameraman now in the moon?
It was the other guy taking the picture. My mom was at work for JFK and they all huddled around the radio. Boss came in and said, all right. He's dead now. You can all go back to work.
I believe that.
You're old as shit. You
Yeah.
guys.
Watched it live. Jason watched it live in 6th grade at school. Yeah.
Well, Levi, how old was you for the Twin Towers?
He probably wasn't even born yet.
That was in 01.
Yeah.
I remember I worked second shift then. I got up, it was what, 9,
Yeah, he wasn't
9:30,
even
whatever.
born yet. He was born in 02.
Slee Stacks, yes. Danny Boyd, Sam Butler.
I don't know what that is.
That's it was back in the Lost in Space days. It was like a middle of the earth
Yeah, a
thing.
few
It's,
months.
Dylan, are you 20 or 21?
It looks.
So I'm trying to think because my daughter Danny, was only about 3 or 4 months old when that happened.
Don, how old is
you're asking me?
Barnes?
I have no clue.
He's 23. I thought he was in his
No.
20s.
Hell, his life's half over. He's on the downhill like the rest of us.
Dan said he was 20, and I didn't think that was right.
Land of the Lost. That's right. Sorry, this turned into a 70s TV remembrance thing.
Yeah.
That's flowers in her box I made her. With the paper.
If you hear her rustling, the cat's playing in her cat box over here.
That I made her.
Cardboard box and some
There's
What's
one on
that?
top and has 2 holes in it.
And some packaging.
Packing paper.
24 in
24 in
June.
June what?
June what?
Come on, damn it.
I am a bill on Capitol Hill. Some of those were pretty good.
JB says, what the fuck?
JB. Oh, there he is.
JB, what's up?
HR Puffin stuff. Missed it by that much.
Dylan, I
I
think
know
was running
Levi has no
13s
clue
when
what
I
we're.
was 24. Or was I running 12?
Levi has no clue what movies we're talking about
Let's
or
see.
shows. Yep, Schoolhouse Rock. Hey, Colleen.
I was running 12s when I was 24. It was like 1270s. So you're a whole lot quicker at your age than I was.
Yeah, he's got it working. Yeah, Wendy wants to know what your birthday is, Levi.
Mine?
I'm sure he can read.
Well,
He said
Oh, he might not be able to. He's so young.
June.
mine's the 28th. That's why she's wondering.
Oh, gotcha. What day in
Yeah,
June, Dylan?
My granddaughter's in
This is the 5th. Same as Mike's.
December. Oh,
June.
5th. No, I was talking the twins.
16th December.
And my twins' birthday's December 16th. So we trade birthdays, so theirs isn't so close to Christmas. So they get their December birthday in June.
Mm.
And Don and Ron get those in December.
Max Wedge
Yeah.
is June 21st.
There you go.
I don't have any June birthdays. We're September and July. Well, there's March also.
We got April, October, December, and June and September. Addie's is in September, and Eli's is, and the twins are in December.
JB's waving to you. Hell yeah, JB. I'm bringing it.
Well-
as of today, I got more plans.
I know
See it,
me and
see
Jay
it, don't it, JB?
are going to rent a double trailer this year. We are already there.
I can
Where are
dig it.
you at? Jeez. Meet us out at the 9th green at 9 o'clock.
Maybe if you undo 4 plug wires, we can line up.
Can we line up
Can we
with
line up with the trash truck?
Hey, that's on him. I don't know if he'd want to run it without 4 plug wires. Make it interesting top end. And maybe bottom end. Uh-oh.
Jason, I'm still waiting on my bars, man.
See, he just nonchalantly threw it out there, so it, in Jason's mind, he's got to get on that. We're down to what, 186 days?
I think he's got one done. I think he has to finish the other one.
Don, you didn't take that envelope to work to see what it was about.
I know. I got up this morning, my first alarm wasn't on.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
were you late to work?
No. And my alarm didn't go off till 4:45, which I ended up.
There you go, JB.
My leftover chicken in there. Threw it in the microwave. Wet it first, so I had something. Microwave had something to warm up.
Did you kill it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Figured it wasn't worth.
I didn't really care for it.
I liked it. I liked it when it was fresh. Better.
Maybe if I would have had hot, got spicy, but I didn't want to get sticky with Riley.
Oh yeah, JB. We're going to eat like kings too. Maybe find a pit thrash to get into. Maybe not. Observers may.
Tell Jason he has mail coming. Not Jason.
JB.
JB, mail Friday.
Love you too, JB. Can't wait to see everybody too.
Yeah.
I know last year I was so pissed I couldn't go.
I can imagine.
And tell him to cut the box open normal.
Yeah, JB. Wendy says cut the box open normal this time.
It's coming Friday.
Yeah, Friday-ish.
He's getting Tupperware and everything. Don't cut Tupperware. Your wife might want it.
I got a couple little things I'm trying to get done with my car, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. It's cool though, because everybody's going to put their builds up for the summer. You know, so we always got new content, but it'll be cars this time, or you know, their own. I got to get back into putting up more video.
Bring
Yes.
that video up and pause it and show them that car over here across the river. Say, look at the car Wendy found.
Damn, Dylan's willing to pay to fill the bottle, Jason.
Ooh, that's half the argument right there, isn't it?
JB, you need to give Wendy my address so I can get some of those off some cookies.
That's between you guys because I'm not involved with cookies. I see what they look like if I'm lucky.
I think this comes this time.
I appreciate
So-
that. I'll take them to work with me.
Mohawk's on him already.
So now it's JB's fault that Mohawk don't have any cookies.
Well, there's no way for JB to get in contact with me unless he messages me.
Actually,
on
I
Facebook.
think John Wilburn sent me JB's phone number.
Oh, you have to send it to me.
You gotta get permission
Ask
first.
JB if I can have his number.
JB, Wendy wants your phone number. Can I give it to her? I gotta keep it legal. You don't just offer out information without approval, you know?
Mohawk says I'll save you some cookies, son. Oh, I tell him I saved you some this time.
Well, I'll have her send you some in August. I'll get them from you in September.
He's still in that box over there.
I was gonna say, at least the cat's still playing in the box. I mean, she's not screwing around with me.
Dang, is Jason still on the
Dang,
bed?
is Jason still on the tit?
I didn't send him any cookies.
Ouch.
That's a legitimate question, though, for JB.
Yeah.
Right.
Laura says he's gonna have milk ready when he gets his cookies. He's gonna be on the tit.
Well,
cookies.
make sure you get the milk a day early and set it in the back corner of the fridge. That
Laura
way.
said Laura's was gonna be on the tit, eating cookies and drinking milk.
Oh well, I wouldn't mind being on the tit.
Wrong
Just
show dog.
saying. Hey, you know, I'm married. I'm not dead.
That's the other live show, not this one.
Oh, this was made for kids.
Ish. Kids like.
Well, kids as old as Dylan, anyway.
Jason
There's
says
Levi.
I kind of like tits. He kinda.
Jason sent a picture to Hunter or something, and somehow Bobby saw it, and he said something about this lady's tits are in the same picture as Jason. And Hunter's like, "Yeah, it's my mom, you dumbass."
Well, compliment's a compliment.
JB says, "Who don't like tits?"
Fun
You
bags.
won't like it if you'd have to wear a bra.
Wow. That's right. Dan's got it.
I like big tits.
Little bitty titties.
I bet you it was big tits.
You know what they say, with little bitty titties comes the little bitty kitty.
Never heard that.
Yeah, usually it just means it's a skinny chick with no ass and no boobs.
That's me, I guess.
Well, you're getting there.
I told you I'd buy them underwear that had booty in them.
Yeah.
Oh no, I told Amanda that. She was saying about my skinny thing, no ass. I said, hey, I could buy them undies with fucking booties already in the butt if you want.
Nah. They come off with the
Definitely
jeans.
weird hour.
Ever since Wendy got home, it turns out.
Who knows what you guys were talking before I got here?
Oh,
I
no.
talking
Don't
about my
start that.
profile.
You're
We
not
were
allowed to
talking
know.
about camshafts and lifters before you got home.
Oh, the lifters.
Yeah, shafts. That's what
That's
it
part
was.
of it. Yeah, yeah.
Tell Jason I didn't forget about his Hamburg. If he'd keep his fucking ass home instead of going to Florida.
Did you hear that, Jason?
And he went somewhere else before that. He needs to be home to get his hamburger.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason. Wendy says if you want your venison for your chili,
You need to
that
stay the hell
you
home.
need to stay the hell home so that you can receive it when it shows up.
That way it ain't stinky when he gets it.
What's that? I'm stuck in Ohio now. I'm broke. You gotta stop.
From power adders to women's attachments. Cover all the bases.
Anatomy.
Almost 10 o'clock already. I should
know,
have been in
went
bed
fast.
a half hour ago. Well, good thing I'm not burning myself out on these. Last week when it was nice days, I wasn't inside till dark. Now it's like I go from the car to the house and say, fuck that. That wind's blowing out there.
Yeah, it was bad. It was cold.
Oh.
We're supposed to drop 6 degrees tomorrow with a little wind.
Yeah, it's sad. I gotta look out and see how heavy the frost is again to, see if I want to preheat the car or not.
What attachments with power at
No, that's what the phone has it automatically.
Wow.
That's a different live too, Max.
I guess I'm not allowed to have JB's phone number. He never did come back.
No, I'll give it to you. I think you'd be all right with that.
That way he can send me Mohawk's address.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, he muted for some reason. What you guys got going on over there now? Oh, I know. I got some guy that's messaged me on Facebook from the DIY thing. He's driving me nuts. I just got to stop. He's clearing California, so he's 3 hours behind me. I'm about time to go to bed, and he's just getting wound down. Later, Colleen. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, as fun as usual. That's correct. Brown chicken, brown cow. He had to go to the bathroom. I'd say that too. Chicken fried steak. Ooh. See, my appetite's just finally starting to come back after all that BS Sunday. You're talking about your dysfunctional OF page. Jesus.
Camera's back on, so.
Okay.
Yeah, the wind is bad. I hate it. It's cold as shit.
Yeah,
we have a
Sam,
hell of a walk to the back part of this lot where we're at, and damn is it cold, especially when the wind's blowing at you from the highway.
dress for it. I know we
Well,
got
it's hard to, because when you get in the shop, you're sweating your nuts off. So it's hard to do that.
we got spoiled there last week. It was up in the 60s.
Yep.
And it's like then winter showed up again.
Dude, I couldn't live in Cleveland. Anywhere up north. I'd end up doing myself in, sucking on a barrel of a gun, or hitting somebody else. I couldn't stand that weather up there.
Well, that Cleveland's right off the lakes too, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad enough here, but
Well, even here in Central PA, we get lake effect from Erie, but it's nothing like they get up there. You know, we've got, you know, there's sometimes we get snow squalls down here that makes a pile up on the interstate. You know, people don't know how to drive in whiteout conditions. There's about only one way. Don't.
JB said he don't care if you give me his number.
All right, JB, I'll give it to her. I kind of figured.
I'm telling him we'll call him all hours of the night. No, just
Yeah. I think Rob heard you say that.
I don't care.
I know.
I would never do
Wow.
such a thing either.
Well, with the prevailing wind, it's no. Dan.
Sometimes we do get lake effect snow.
I believe it if it comes south.
Oh, yeah. And there's been times where we get 16, 18 inches.
Ooh,
It's very rare, but we do.
I believe. Okay, I can believe that.
Mohawk says you can give him my number too, JB.
Because I talked to my Buffalo Brian earlier tonight, and they had about 3 or 4 inches on the ground.
Yeah. Where's
That
he
was
at?
He's about 30 miles east of Buffalo.
Okay, yeah.
He's right.
Yeah, they
he's
did
right
get a
there.
weird swell up that way.
God,
Well, he's in that zone.
he works in Buffalo. He's only 30 minutes.
Well,
Not 30
Close
miles.
enough.
JB, dude, the only reason I'm on Facebook is that DRWay page, because we could actually get people on there that care. And you guys.
Dan saying about it, serious winter up there. The lake effect can be pretty dramatic.
I know last year they had lake effects up there in Buffalo a lot.
Well, it's if you get a warm winter where the lakes don't freeze over, then you get the lake effect. Once they freeze over, the lake effect's gone. which has not been the last couple of years. Well, there a couple of years ago, they got 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the first thing you do is shovel off your roof and then
Right.
worry about it.
Yep.
You remember that time you were shoveling off when we lived up on Cottage?
Yeah.
And all I heard was thump. That was on the
Wow.
Yeah, in
Landon's
2002, I think it was, there
Twice.
was a, no, was it 02? I think it was 02. I was living in Fairborn, next town over from us. And could be dramatic, yeah. We got like 16 inches, or maybe it was 18.
Taking it and going to bed.
Okay, love you.
When you got that much, what's 2 more inches?
Well, and it was fun because the kids were little and we could go out and play.
Get on
It
the
wasn't
lap.
super ass cold, but you know, we were level 3, so we weren't allowed to go to work. So for a couple days, we couldn't go anywhere. But then here, you know, probably, let's see, I think that was 2009 or 2010 or whichever it was. We got like 18 or 16 inches here at my house now. And we're still under level 3, but the roads were a whole lot cleaner because they got on it a whole lot sooner. And I still drove to the freaking grocery store.
Right.
You heard 2 more inches was good. Well, that's what she said.
Does that mean 4 inches is great?
Ish.
4 more. 4 more. Ish.
Drifted, yeah. I do remember those drifts because when it snowed really bad that time, it was so cold. We didn't have any chains. The chains that we did have were taken up so fast and they couldn't order enough in. But the second they lost, if there was 3 inches of snow or less, you're not allowed to have chains on. Yeah, I was only 2 years old, year and a half. Sweet, yeah. They just delivered my cordless paint sprayer. Damn. Yeah, we lived in an apartment complex when I was a little bitty guy of that snow, and I remember my dad. It's weird that I remember this, but I remember because we actually lived in a lower level, like a basement apartment, and Dad was having to take snow and put it in the freaking bathtub because I remember going in there playing with it.
Melt snow for water.
But he was having to do that just to be able to get out. And luckily, the way that apartment building was, he said the drifts weren't coming against the building. It was blowing it away. So he was able to take all the snow and throw underneath the stairs on the other side to where he could get out.
That'd suck.
Oh, the back window. That's right. I remember him saying that. He was using soup pots to scoop the snow. He used to stick the grill, a little cast iron, like rectangular grill, out the window and grill right there.
I can see that.
That's a big ass drift.
And it snowed just enough here this year that I finally got my snowblower running and it's still waiting.
You know, I think we only got 2 good snows, and
It snowed
only
the one
part-
solid one here. I could have used a snow blower, but the carburetor got junked up because I didn't drain it last year. First time I ever had fuel problems and something with stale gas.
Right.
You know, after I cleaned the carburetor and everything, it's like, oh man, no wonder it didn't want to fire.
Now you gotta drain.
Now I
Gas
got
out
now I
again.
got to drain the tank and run it till it's empty.
Since you never got to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still got the plastic on it and everything. I could sell it for brand new right now.
Yeah, I never got a snowblower. My neighbor has one,
With
and
plastic box, nothing.
he even got one of them big enclosures
Oh,
where he can walk behind it.
how much snow
and-
did he get?
We don't get hardly anything, but you got the money
I
to
can
blow it.
see
What the
if
hell?
it's drifting snow and you want to stay out of it. Because, if you're plowing, if the wind's blowing this way and you got to snow blow that way,
Yeah.
you want to eat it.
Well, tell me how many times you've shoveled or plowed or blown snow and it not go back in your face.
Oh, it does to a point.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure that's why he did it.
Wow. I'm just happy to have a snowblower. Which Wendy got me one a couple years ago after I had my heart attack, so I didn't have to shovel no more.
Yeah.
But you got to get on it before it does that, turns into heavy snow and then freezes and then you're screwed.
Yeah, and that's normally what happens on my porch. And then I got to go to my freaking flat metal shovel and chip all the ice off of it.
I got a couple here that they got them little blades that's riveted to the front edge.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about a snow shovel. I'm talking an actual flat blade shovel.
Oh. So you can get under it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, I've got that too. I've got a homemade ice chopper that's been for the last 25 years, maybe more. That was early 90s I built that.
Yeah.
It's a piece of wood chipper blade welded with a piece of pipe welded for a handle.
Man, our old neighbor, he always had riding mowers and everything else, and he had a water heater that he cut it off and made a snow plow on the front of his tractor just for the fun of it. Yeah. He plowed the freaking driveways, the sidewalks for miles, just having fun.
Oh, he was out there playing.
Yeah, and the dude built everything. He stick welded aluminum. He's a bad son of a bitch. He's passed away now, but he was a good old dude. He taught us a lot. I'm
that way. If I'm out snow blowing, I'll go down and do the neighbors, even though they don't live there anymore.
Right. Well, he'll do mine. I live on a corner, so I have all of this sidewalk to do.
You got twice as much to.
It's a lot.
Yes. But I got somebody out here. It's like I'll go out to shovel snow, and it's like, oh, somebody blowed the sidewalk.
Yep. Well, if it's a light, fluffy snow, I just start my leaf blower up.
Yep.
Dude, you want to talk about an easy job?
If you get it early,
I got a car blower that does that.
Yes, you do.
That Bob gave me.
Yep. If you can stay ahead of it as it's coming down, gives you reason to go out. And you don't need a koozie because your beer still stays cold.
Right. Dan, I really don't know. I mean, I was just a little bitty guy when he was doing all that, so I got no clue. Jason might know. I don't.
'70 Maverick with a plow.
Dude, I used to see all that kinds of crazy shit like that. But all right, it's 10:10. It's time to go.
Yeah, I should be headed for bed anyway. Got pizza day at work tomorrow. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you got pizzas and cookies.
Yeah, it's pizza every Wednesday, company treat. It's like, all right. If the one lady in HR, if there's a pizza that's kind of fucked up, she's like, oh, that looks nasty. I'll give you another piece. It's like, I'll take 3. I don't give a shit what it looks like.
You've seen those heated driveways?
Yes.
So nice. All right, everybody.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out, Don.
Yeah, it's like I got this. I had No Name Nationals on my mind today. It's like things are starting to come together, and I got to put things together. And
Thanks,
you know,
Mohawk. You too.
just doing this right now.
Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, and I can't. It's hard for
Thanks,
me
Dan.
not to do my live, but you know sometimes life happens. So
Oh, I know. That's what I was
Thanks,
saying
Maxwell.
tonight.
It was
It was
good
like,
talking with you.
I'm just getting on. It saves me typing, and the cat hasn't been screwing with me at all. I feel
right.
fortunate.
Yeah, it's actually not been up there.
I'm surprised. Because
On that
usually by
note-
the time I get home and sit down, the cat's already saying, "How you doing?"
Oh, dude, my big ass Great Dane jumped up on my bed with me when I got home, and I'm like, okay, enough. So take it easy, and we will catch you on next Tuesday.
Alrighty. We'll probably
Cool.
see you sometime during the week somewhere.
Somewhere at some point, yes.
Yeah, all right.
All right, see
Oh,
you,
good night,
everybody.
Rob. Night,
You
everybody.
too, man. See ya.
See ya. Oh, he's already gone.